Hey guys, Sunday here. Welcome back to Game 3 between Best and Calm for the World Cyber Games 2009 Korea National Championship here. Really, I don't think this is as big a deal to Koreans as I think it should be. For them, it's just like, oh, who's going to win to go dominate the foreigners? But I think the players individually, I think they take it pretty serious. I think they take every game pretty serious. People say they take the Avatech, they don't prepare for it, but it still takes serious. Maybe they don't practice quite as many hours, particularly for that matchup, but I think they do overall. They prepare for every game they're going to play because it represents them. Now being Kespa, represented by Kespa, Avatech Intel Classic is that they're obviously going to take it serious, and I think it's the same way with this. Individually, the players, they all want to go represent Korea. It's a big deal. It's a big deal for any country, especially in a world so big about gaming. It's like when the United States, it's almost like, I'm taking it to the extreme, yes, but the United States, when people are in the Army or in the Navy, they're representing the United States. It's their country, yes, but in a place that takes gaming so serious, they represent that country. And yes, I took it to a little extreme with being in the Army and defending your country or winning video games for your country, yes, but I'm talking about the same kind of mindset. But anyways, this is going to be on Destination. This is going to be between Best and Calm. As I said, we do have Best spawning at the 11 o'clock position and Calm at the 5 o'clock position as the red Zerg, and Best is at the yellow Protoss. It's game 3. It's Best out of 3, so it's win or go home. Overlord going out obviously in the correct position. It is a 2-player map. Destination, it's a pretty interesting map. Bridges all over the middle of the map, and then outside your natural there's 2 bridges to get to the middle basically. And for Protoss, they're generally going to take their third. For Best, it'll be at the 10 o'clock position, and it's another bridge. You can cannon up there pretty well. And for Zerg, they're going to go ahead and take their expansion at the different one. They're going to take it at in Calm's situation. He'll go ahead and take his expansion at about the 7 or 8 o'clock position, and then you can go ahead and basically it's pretty standard. You do the 2 hatchery with a couple Sunkens and then like a lurker or 2, and it's a pretty unbreakable defense, and then it secures your bottom left. So it's pretty easy to get 4 bases for Zerg on this map, just because you have bridges to help secure your natural, and then on the left you have like an unbeatable building position with sunken colonies in the hatchery and a lurker or 2, and then that automatically secures the bottom left. And for Protoss, it's pretty easy to get your third though, because you have the bridges to hold your main and you have the bridges to hold your third. The only thing you have to watch out for is contains early on, because those bridges can make it a huge pain to push across. At lower level players, I always give hints to lower level players. I just think it's a cool thing to do. But anyways, that's why I'm always talking about it. But at lower level players, like at D level and stuff, get like 6 lurkers and just put a lurker contain, and then you can have a couple overlord scourges to go ahead and kill the observers, and then you're going to delay their push even more. We do have the forge going up. We are going to see a fast expand here, and the spawning pool going up as well. Going to see a hatchery, and then we are going to say, I think it's a 9 pool here from our friend Calm here, and then the overlord coming out, and we're going to see some leaves, and then he's going to go ahead and take that second hatchery. So we are pretty standard play here from both players. Neither cheese. We haven't seen a cheese game in this, which I'm kind of surprised. If I was especially in the games of Flash and Jangbi, if I was a foreigner going against a Flasher or Jangbi, I definitely try to do some cheese. But obviously they have a reason for it. We are seeing 2 cannons go down, and we are going to see some links come out to play, but they should be held to a minimal just because of the cannon support. And that Scouting Pro, I think he hit it. He's looking for it now. That Scouting Probe is still alive, and yeah, you can tell Calm, he's like, where's that probe? Where's that probe? But anyways, we are going to see that followed up by a Nexus and then Gateway. Standard fast expand, probably going to see some Corsairs, a couple DTs, see what he can do here and there. Now the natural warping in for Calm. And now Best keeping that Scouting Probe alive. Going to get a good look at what he does. Now that one link's going to see it, Calm's going to probably bring back his other links to pick that off. You want to pick that off the sooner the better, basically. So both games we've actually seen quick lurkers from Calm. Game 1 it worked great, really. Game 2 it was held to a complete minimal and really failed, but I think the story of that game was how many Overlord kills he got. And I really like Best's wall, and I've seen it a couple different ways. Best walling is pretty good right now. Run-bys are a very strong possibility on this map. Obviously, pros versus pros, it doesn't happen too much. But in the foreign scene, a lot. Run-bys are pretty common when you're eye-cupping and stuff. And Destination is a map that's pretty good for run-bys, just because you can go like across one bridge and up the left and hug the wall up the ramp. You can go like through the minerals. You can go around the minerals. A lot of the time, we'll see the Cybernetics core go up behind those minerals to stop that from happening. And we are going to see once again the layer off 2 hatches here. So 2-hatch build once again, and oh my gosh, Calm, anti-macro, I guess, likes the 2-hatch build here, likes to put the pressure on, a pretty aggressive player, and we are going to see a couple links come in exactly. We're going to see that Cybernetics core comes in. So the building position right here for Best pretty nice here, and these links are going to come around. They're going to try to wrap around exactly what I was saying here, and with that Cybernetics core in position, though, they're going to be stopped here. But he doesn't have a cannon in range of that Nexus, or in range of that Assimilator, though. Nara versus Savior. Talk about building position failure. Nara lost the game because of his building position of his FE. We are seeing the Hydralisk Den again, halfway later, so we are going to see quick lurkers once again here from Calm. Really likes his lurkers, I guess. My gosh, a little repetitive. This isn't going to surprise Best at all. He's like, all right, well, I did it last game. He's just got to hold it off again. It is pretty tough to hold off, though. One of the, I really don't like facing against early lurkers. I'm so bad against them. I don't know. Like, one lurker beats my whole army. I'm like an anti-observer player. It's a new strat. But really, these zealots just trying to delay this. And then he's probably he should have enough zealots by the time he gets that second gas to hold it. And that's exactly what Calm's looking to do. We do see the Stargate up. But Best hasn't been able to get a scouting probe in a little bit. And I think he's getting a little cocky here. I would expect it. He really hasn't been able to get a scouting probe out because of those links here. But I would expect to see a scouting probe try to get out. He needs to know what's coming on. He lost his probe pretty early. We're seeing the 3rd cannon come in. That's just to defend that Assimilator. And now Calm, okay, now we are seeing Best push out with some zealots and gonna force Calm to put up a sunken colony or 2, which he really doesn't want to with the build he's doing. And we are seeing what the heck? We are seeing actually drones, and we are seeing a lot of drones coming in here. And what is Calm doing? Calm's gonna put pressure on. I thought I was seeing things. Calm looks like he's gonna go all. What is he doing? Looks like he's gonna go from the back and try mining that out. I think that's what he's doing. Wow. It looks like he's gonna come with a couple Hydralisks. It looks like he's gonna try to mine that back out. I would assume so. Not exactly sure, but that's what I'm thinking. Corsair coming out to try to get a couple scouting information is gonna be key. But is he gonna see it? That Overlord knows there's nothing back there to detect it, and all those drones, he actually brought more than this. Is all in here. This is all in, and he knows it. He knows it's coming now. Cannoning up his main. I don't know if this is gonna work. And all these drones, this is 5 drones. This is so much mining time. If you only do 1, it takes years, and this build isn't even possible. Warping and lurkers, more lurker aggression from Calm, and I don't know if this is gonna work. He has cannons warping up in his main, but he doesn't have many units. And this mineral patch is gonna be mined out pretty quickly, but he's gonna have to get those drones back home. He has 3 cannons in his main, so he's pretty well defended for this. And really, though, the back is mined out. Here comes a group of lurkers and lings. One lurker burrow that lurker. As soon as it gets in position, he's gonna taking a lot of hits on the cannons. That ling's gonna be able to hold up the cannons. Best's defense is pretty good so far, but he picks off 1 cannon, and the other cannon is not quite in range. And this lurker's gonna be able to take a lot of shots here, and gonna be able to honestly, if that 1 cannon doesn't get up, and that's what that 1 ling is doing. More lurkers coming in from the back. Best must build more cannons, and this is not looking good for Best. It was all worth it. Those drones should get back and mining pretty quickly here. All in strategy. Calm in your early lurkers. You crazy person. Oh my gosh, more drones being transferred back here. He has to get those mining again, and his overlords are under a lot of fire here. That's the difference between game 1 and 2 is how many overlords he lost, and he's going to lose his main Nexus, though, and this is going to be a hard one for Best to get out of. Desperately trying to warp in more cannons, but he's going to lose this main Nexus, I feel. His Robo is up, is his Observatory almost up. The Observer will be on the way. Best or Calm desperately trying to put on pressure just to delay that Nexus. He wants that Nexus to go down. I don't see how he's